Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, before we begin this What If, I know think Oni X has done something similar what I'm doing. Let's let you guys, make sure there's no confusion or whatever. Even though someone's done something similar to what I'm doing now, it's not going to stop me from making the What If. No one owns a actual What If idea. As long as, you don't copy their script, you know, it's all fair game. At least that's how I look at it. So let's get on to their story. Deku in this will have a wind cork. It'll be my first wind cork I'll be doing. After taking a trip to the cork doctor, Inko and Asashi. Sorry. Yeah, after I want to make sure where I was at. Ugh. As they took the trip to the quick doctor, as Inko and Sashi, took Izuku to a park just to for him had a nice treat, Congratulations to, him having a cork and all that. As they took him to a local park, as Deku sees a lonely girl crying, as Deku sees several boys around his age, as they rip the girl's doll from her hand, as they toss it into the tree, to basically the tree trunk, as the boys start laughing as they walk away from the sad girl. As Deku, saw that, as Deku climbed up the tree to get the doll, as he walks towards the girl, sits right next to her. Does this belong to you? Yeah. As Deku wipes away her tears, I'm Izuku Midoriya. What's your name? Momo Yadarozu. It's very nice to meet you, Momo. You want to play with me? Really? The other kids don't want to play with me. They're lost, Momo. As Deku stands up, reaches his hand out for Momo to take it, as Momo wipes away her tears, as she grabs onto Izuku's hand as they run to the swings, as Momo has a bright smile on her face, as Mr. and Mrs. Yaoyorozu sees her daughter smile, as Inko and Asashi greet Mr. and Mrs. Yaoyorozu, as they begin to talk while the two children play. Eventually, Mr. Yaoyorozu offered Hasashi a job in his company after Hasashi explained his troubles with his current job. Hey, Momo, do you want to be friends? Really? You want to be my friend? No one ever wants to be my friend. Then I'll be your very first. By the way, they're 6 years old. As Mr. and Mrs. Yarazu get their daughter's attention, as they inform her that it's time for them to go, as Momo latches onto Deku's, well, sorry, as Momo latches onto Deku's Izuku basically tightly, hearing her parents saying it's time to go back home. You don't have to worry, Momo. We'll see each other again. Okay, see you soon, Izuku. As we time skip about 8 years, as Izuku, sorry, as Izuku and Momo continue to as Izuku and Momo spend time over the years until she had to go to overseas to attend school. They did talk on the phone throughout the years. Bako and Izuku, they've been friends since childhood. The same thing in canon hasn't changed. As Bakugo and Izuku are known to be the most powerful students in the whole school. Despite Deku's carefree attitude and Bakugo's overconfident personality, they mesh pretty well together. Over the years, they become good friends. During the training together, they develop a devastating finishing move, combining Bakugo's explosion, quirk, and Deku's win, making Bakugo's explosion far more devastating. They named their ultimate attack Hauser Tornado, combining both of their quirks, making a explosion tornado. Outside of training and hanging out with Bakugo, Deku found it very odd every time he tried to be friends with any girl from school. They either move out of nowhere or simply disappeared. Because of Deku's personality, he doesn't really give it much thought. As Baku and Deku head out to the arcade after school, it's a routine they normally do on Friday nights. After spending some time in the arcade, just doing the normal stuff, I've been meaning to ask you, man, what school are you planning to attend after high school? Haven't really gave it any thought, man. I mean, with your smarts and your quirk, you could easily get into UA. I suppose I could. I just go with the flow, like I always do, man. Your ass better apply to UA, so I have someone at least can keep up with me. We'll see. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if you even want to be a hero. Sometimes you're way too laid back. Would you rather me say? Sorry. Would you rather me say, "I'm going to be a hero"? You extras. You can't hold a candle to me. As Deku does a Bakugo impression, as Bakugo and Izuku start laughing, "You're an ass sometimes, nerd. That's not what your mom says." Shut up. I swear, sometimes my mom likes you more than me. Well, if you stop calling your mom an old hag, then maybe she'll show you more affection. Wipe that smirk off your face. It's all good fun, man. So, do you still talk to that rich girl? You mean Momo? Yeah, I talk to her still. It surprised me that she's the only girl that stays around me. You're just bad with girls. You're a funny guy. I know because I'm awesome. Shit, it's getting late. The old hag is gonna nag me if I don't leave now. I'll catch you later, Izuku. And I mean what I said. Your ass better apply to UA. Yeah, I hear you, Sparkles. Screw you, man. As Bakugo walks off, sometime later, Izuku steps through his front door. "Mom, I'm home." As Deku sees some food on the kitchen table, with a small note. As Izuku reads pretty much a note that his mother left him, informing informing him his dad has came back to Japan to take Inko on a surprise vacation for their anniversary. Thanks, Mom, for not even saying goodbye, as Deku throws the note in the trash. As Deku begins to eat his food that his mother left for him. After he finishes food about 15 minutes later, Deku visions begin to get hazy. When he's about to fall down, he notices a black haired girl caught him before his head hit the hard tile. "It's been far too long, my love." As Momo directs one of her bodyguards to pick up Izuku to put him in the car. "If one hair is hurt on his head, I'll have your head on a spike. Do I make myself clear?" "Yes, ma'am." As Momo places Deku's head on her lap, as she strokes his hair. "What are you looking at, driver? Drive the car and do your fucking job." Maybe I did put too many sedatives in the food. Oh well. I can't wait for you to wake up. You might be cross with me at first, but you will realize we're meant to be together, Izuku. I'm the one who can truly understand you. Carry, as the car finally gets to the Yaoyorozu residence, carry him to my bedroom and be gentle. Hello, Mother. I take it you've been busy, daughter. Could that be Izuku, by the way? Indeed, Mother. Well, I'll leave it to you, daughter. Don't worry, dear. I'll inform your father. Thanks, Mother. As Momo had to help put Deku in the panic room that was built inside Momo's bedroom in case of emergencies, the staff placed Izuku on a chair as Momo created restraints with her cork, tied Deku up to the chair as Momo placed a cork canceling collar around Izuku's neck. As the panic room has a reinforced steel door, as there's 4 cameras placed in the panic room, leaving no blind spots, as Momo has a direct feed to the cameras on her laptop. Your mother has brought it to my attention. You brought the young man here. What is your attention towards the young man, daughter? With all due respect, father, mind your business. Izuku's mine. He belongs to me. To answer your question, father, I plan to marry him. And your opinion doesn't matter to me if you approve of him or not. Very well, daughter. You're too much like your mother. What do you mean by that, father? Nothing, dear. As he walks out the door. A couple hours later, Izuku wakes up in an unknown area, bound to a chair. As Izuku's vision is still blurry, why does my head feel like I headbutt a freight train? I see you're finally awake, Izuku. As Mr. Yaoyorozu walks in the panic room. Mr. Yaoyorozu? You have my sympathy, boy. Open up, my boy. This will help with your headache. What's going on, sir? Why am I all tied up here? Everything will come clear, my boy. This is not my doing. As he walks out the door, a few minutes later, Momo comes in. Who were you talking to, Izuku? Momo? I was talking to your dad, as he's confused why Momo's here. Hope my dad wasn't doing something foolish enough to trying to set you free. If so, he's going to be punished by my mother, of course. As Momo walks up to Izuku, sits on his lap. I did miss you. As she wraps her arms around him while sitting on his lap. Momo, what's going on here? I just wanted to see you, dear. I was quite upset that you were getting close to other bitches. But I'm not mad at you. Not at all. Don't tell me. I couldn't allow those bitches to get close to you, so I had them removed. Don't worry, my love. I didn't kill them or anything. I just gave them a good amount of money for them to disappear. And before you asked, your mother's fine. Your lovely mother and your dad are on a vacation. I had my father give them. They're having a lovely time. I know you're probably upset that I drugged you. You are pretty much I pretty much kidnapped you, but I couldn't wait any longer. I'll be frank with you. I like you, Izuku. I would even go as far as say I love you. I decided to take things in my own hands. Okay, Momo, I'm a little confused. Wouldn't a phone call do the job? Silly, Izuku. I'm not your average girl. When I see something I want, I take it. Don't think I haven't noticed you checking me out the last time we've seen each other. I know you desire me. As she places her finger against Izuku's lips. We could talk later, my love. I'll give you some time to think. I'll give you some time to think on my confession towards you, and I have no intention of releasing you from your bitings until I know you're going to be a good boy. If you do try to escape, I would have to punish you. You're taking this very well, though. As Izuku shrugs, that's what I love about you the most. You're so carefree. May I ask what the collar for? Simple, from stopping you from using your quirk. I can't have you go flying off. I'll come and check up on you in a few hours. When did your feelings change about me, Momo? As Momo got up from his lap, head to the door, the moment we met each other at that park when we were 6 years old. My feelings for you has only gone stronger over the years. As she closes the door, of course, the one girl I make friends with ends up being a yandere. I can either complain about it or just go with the flow. I prefer to go with the flow, though. Several hours have passed as the Momo walks through the panic room. So, Izuku, are you going to be a good boy? You know me, Momo. I like to go with the flow of things. I guess we could. I guess we could try this out. Knowing you, you probably won't give up until you get your way, or get your way, anyways. Exactly. It would be less painful for you that way. You can come in now. As several maids walk through the panic room, clean him up. Leave the collar on, though. As the maids unbind Izuku, leaving the collar on him, word of advice: if you try to remove the collar, it will give you quite a nasty shock. Only way the collar can be removed is by my fingerprints. This, despite being kidnapped, uh, despite sorry, despite being kidnapped, you thought this through, haven't you? Kidnap is such a strong word, Izuku. I simply relocated you to a more convenient location. Of course, I thought it through. When it comes to you, my love, I have to make sure I place precautions. You're like a wild stallion. I'm gonna have to tame you. You know I have school, right? Of course. I know you still have. Of course, I know you still have school. You may attend your school currently for the rest of the year, but after that, you're gonna roll into my school. I have already informed your parents of everything will be paid. I already informed your parents. Everything will be paid for. I'm glad you're not being defiant. I know when I'm beaten. Trying to escape would be more trouble than it's worth. After a few minutes later, as Deku walks down the stairs, the staff directing him towards where with Mr. and Mrs. Yarosi with Momo as Izuku hears Momo arguing with someone as he sees some guy being hands-on with Momo. Get your hands off me. I told you. Me and you are not going to happen. That's where you're wrong. You are my property and I'll do whatever I want with you. As Deku sees the guy raise a hand against Momo before Momo could get hit, as Izuku grabs the guy by the wrist, stopping Momo from getting hurt. As Deku decks the guy across the face. Momo, can you please remove the collar? I need to teach whoever this is some manners. You're gonna pay for this, kid. As Momo reaches around Izuku's neck, as everyone hears a click noise as the collar drops to the ground, I'm normally a laid back guy. I like to go with the flow. But you managed to piss me off. And you dare hit my girl? What the hell are you talking about, kid? Momo is mine. It's about time I teach you some manners. As air wraps around Izuku's finger, where should I where should I hit you first? Let's start with the kneecaps and work our way up. Don't worry, I won't kill you. It'll just hurt like a bitch. As Deku shoots out air bullets out of the fingers, hitting the man's in the shins. You're crazy. As he screams out in pain, don't kill me. I'm not going to kill you. How about the next one I pierce the skin? If I catch you anywhere around Momo again, they won't be able to recognize your body. Do we understand each other? Yeah, I understand. I'll never bother her again. Good. Get lost. As Momo biting her bottom lip, I don't like the look in your eye, Momo. As the man, runs out the door. As Momo jumps up onto Deku, as they both fall on the ground, as Momo begins kissing Izuku. As Momo breaks the kiss as she sees her mother. It's good to see you two getting along. Hi, Mom. I come to get you two. Dinner's ready. As Deku, as Deku and Momo sit at the dinner table with Momo parents, as Mrs. Yaoyorozu looks up onto Izuku. So how you been, Izuku? I've been doing good, Mrs. Yaoyorozu. I want to thank you for getting rid of that low life from bugging my beloved daughter. He won't be bothering your he won't be bothering her again, Mrs. Yaoyorozu. If he does, I'll give him more permanent damage. as, as Mrs. Yaoyorozu find that humorous. My boy, I'm glad. Sorry, my boy, I'm glad you accepted my daughter. Sorry, that's difficult to say. I'm glad you accepted my daughter so willingly. You're a lot smarter than I was at your age. I had to learn the hard way. What my dear husband said is right. Isn't that right, dear? As sorry, as Mr. Yarosa gulps, yes, dear. Well, dear, we're off to bed. Welcome to the family. As Momo grabs Deku by the hand and lead him to her room. What are you doing, Momo? I'm tired. You're sleeping with me tonight. As they get to her room, as they lay in the bed, as she wraps Izuku's arms around her. Sorry for drugging your food, Izuku. Why did you have to drug my food anyways, Momo? Because I was tired of waiting for you, so I decided to act. After af, after all, you did say I was yours. As she turns around and kisses Izuku, as Deku starts to blush, as much as teasing you, as much teasing you is such fun, we should probably get some sleep. I'll have to drop you off tomorrow. I just want to let you know, Izuku. You are my world. I've turned down every suitor and denied many marriage proposals. I'm just happy that I finally have you. If anyone dares comes between us, they'll pay. But I'll give you a fair warning now, Izuku. If you betray me, you will regret it. Regret it. Just keep that in mind, dear. As they fall asleep, as that's probably where we're gonna end it. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. My mouth is being irritating, so I'm going to have to cut it short. I'll catch you in the next video.